Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year's Eve. Today, I wanted to share with you one of the products I sell at my fairs and makers markets, and will be available online soon. It's a stationery box. This one is retro themed. You notice here we've got old televisions and telephones, movie projectors. I think that's a dictaphone, I'm not sure, and cameras. And inside is everything you need to correspond. We have 10 note cards. They're blank inside, so you can write whatever message you want, and each one is different, has a different cover. Views of cameras, camera lenses, but there's 10 of these cards and 10 envelopes that fit them for note card writing. Then I've included 6 of these little 3x3 note cards, and they're good if you're just giving a gift or passing a note, or you can fold up a little dollar bill and put it in there. And these also come with custom made envelopes for these cards, 3x3 handmade envelopes. Also in this set, you can't really see it with it laying down, let me turn it up, there is a mini composition book, and this is for your notes, your addresses, or whatever. It slides out and it matches the outside of the box, and inside is lined paper sewn in, and that just slides right here in this little slider. My hands are cold, so pardon my fumbling around. It's a little chilly today. It's not cold as it is in other places. Anyway, also it comes with a pen, and on the inside, if you notice, it's got a custom theme with the set, and it slides right into the holders here. And then this slot right here is for business cards or stamp books. You can store your stamps here, but you can also store business cards or calling cards if they still use those. If you are giving this gift to like someone who's graduating from college or high school or some event like that, they'll have little cards with their names on them, and you just can put those right in there. And this folds up very compact. Sorry about that. I'm using a new phone stand I got for Christmas. And it the lid just slides on like that. And it's that wide. Let me see. I've got my ruler here. I can tell you. It's about 5 inches tall, and it's about 6 inches wide, and it's about 2 inches deep. And this set, a setup like this, and I'll be showcasing more of these because I'm making quite a few of them in various themes. And if you want one in a custom theme, you can let me know. The email address will be down in the comments. Shoot me an email, and if I can find the paper to make it in the theme you want, I will certainly give it a shot. Right now, these fully loaded like this, I'm selling them for $20 with the custom cards and the custom envelopes and everything. And they make a lovely gift to someone who's going off to school, or someone who, I don't know, likes to write letters. I think we need to bring back the art of letter writing. I think we've become too digital and too reliant on digital things. Anyway, I think this is a beautiful set, and I think it's well worth the $20. And I can even customize it with your name or the name of the person you're giving it to or anything else. All right, enough talking about that. Let me turn it on me so you can see me. Happy New Year. Well, New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve here. And pardon the car alarm. It goes off all the time. Anyway, no big plans for today for me and the boy. We're just going to hang out like we usually do on New Year's Eve. I've got some live streamers that I watch on New Year's Eve, like this and that. And I'll be tuning in to Resort TV 1 because they're doing the New Year's Eve celebration from Epcot. The downside of living on the West Coast is everybody celebrates New Year's Eve and the New Year at 8 o'clock my time. 8 o'clock my time. So I got another, 4 hours after everybody says Happy New Year to sit here and wait. I live in the past always. But no, I'll probably go to bed after after everybody on the East Coast celebrates New Year's Eve. I tend to turn in early. But then tomorrow, no real big plans. I plan to do some work. I have restocked all my paper. I have tons of paper. If you are a crafter, by the way, check your local Michaels. They have their Craft Smart packs of paper, and I think I've got one here actually. They have the Craft Smart paper packs, the regular ones like this one. This one is hard to find. I love this pack. It's the Craft Smart paper pad hot buy, and they've got them my Michaels locally. They've got them buy one get two free, and they're usually $20 a pack. So buy one get one free is basically 3 for $20. So it makes them about $6 a pack. And they've got the Christmas paper. If you're a crafter or scrapbooker, you need to listen. They've got the Christmas paper pads 70% off, and they usually run $20. So 70% off. You get them $5 a pack. It's well worth it to stock up. Check your Michaels. And I guess that's all I wanted to say. I'm going to try to get in the habit of doing more casual videos like this instead of the intense editing and all that other stuff. I'm just gonna talk to y'all, show you what I'm doing, and I'm also going to start talking more about my son and his autism. I try to keep a level of privacy because people who don't understand autism tend to be judgmental at times, and our life is a very different life. I'll preface this by saying, if you know somebody who has autism or somebody who has an autistic child, you know one person, you know one type of autism. Autism is a broad spectrum. It's not a diagnosis as such. It's more a big umbrella that if you display these behaviors and these qualities, then you're put in the autism category. But I'll be talking more about my son, more about autism, more about parenting an autistic child. And in my case, I'm a single parent and sole caregiver. Got no family around who really can contribute. And, we like to think that autism is like the other childhood diseases. Well, there are foundations, there are people who help out and stuff like that. But actually, no, not with autism, because there's so many of us. And most of the people who work in the autism community trying to help others are autism parents themselves. And there are only so many hours in the day. And so, well, I hate to sound like a downer, but I really want to share what this is like. I tried out a crafting group the other day, And I mentioned that I was a single parent of an autistic child. And the woman made a comment, yeah, the men just can't handle it and they run away and leave the wife. And I said, well, in my case, my husband passed. He passed away 10 years ago. And I just haven't wanted to bring anybody else in, because if you don't already have an autistic child, you don't understand parenting an autistic child. It's that simple. And if you do have an autistic child, you don't have time to seek out other people and date and things like that when you're a single parent. So I want to share about autism from my point of view and my son's autism, which, like I said, is unique. Every autistic person is unique. And you can't say all autistic people, all people with autism act like this. So I'm going to talk a lot about autism this year. I'm going to talk about my crafting and my art. I'm a generalist when it comes to art. I do mixed media, collage. I paint some. I do my paper crafting. I'm a seamstress. I'm a costumer. I'm all around generalist when it comes to the crafting. So I'm going to be sharing the stuff I make for my fairs and my makers markets and things. And I do have an online store where my items are displayed. Right now it's not real pretty, but I'm working on it. I'm getting it there. And you can find that store at www.pearlmanhattan.com. Another thing you can find there is my music. I am a singer, songwriter, composer, producer. I make all kinds of music. Right now, I've got one album out that's my vocal jazz original. I do all original music. I don't do covers right now because covers cost money to do. And when you do a cover, you have to pay everybody who had anything to do with that song to be able to put it out there. And I'm not in a position where I can do that right now. Independent artists, independent musicians, starting from scratch, usually don't have the backing of a label and things like that to help defer those costs. But anyway, another rant for another day. But the original vocal jazz, I'm currently working on my second vocal jazz album. The first one was called Time to Let You Go. This one will be called Last Call. And I think it's going to have like maybe 7-8 songs on it. I also have 3 albums under the name Armadillos After Dark. And those are instrumental. My kids call them chill wave. It's electronic music, and most of it is, I don't know, I make music that I like to listen to. And if others like it, well, that's a bonus. I have fun. And for a while, I was trying to make music my business. And with anything creative, when you turn it into work, it's no longer fun. So I've set music back to my hobby, so to speak, and the crafting is my business. But anyway, my albums are on there. You can buy physical CDs. You can buy from Amazon. You can buy digital downloads. You can also stream it on Spotify, Apple Music. It's supposed to be on Pandora. I haven't found it yet. But I think something like 18 or 20 different streaming networks, even one in China and one in Korea. So I'm an international recording artist. And you can find links to all my album. I have a Teespring page where I have taken some of my art and put it on items. I've also put the new logo wear up. I've got t-shirts, sweatshirts. I think that's all I have with the new logo. I've got my album covers, which I make all my album covers. Those are my original photographs, except for one. Music for People was a photograph that I used royalty free. And photographs that I don't take, I use Pixabay and use those photographs. But Music for Places and Music for Things, those two covers, I took those photos. And Music for Things is actually one of my kids at Halloween a long time ago. And I have their permission to use that photograph. I'm sorry, I keep looking at myself instead of looking at the camera. I'm getting used to this. I'm using my phone right now. So anyway, other news. I'm ending the year with 256 subscribers. That makes me very happy because I really have ignored the channel this year, and I apologize for that. It's been a long year of change. Lots of changes went on in my life this year, and they were all for the positive. All moving up the steps and getting to a better place so that 2020 will be even better. I'm ending the year in a great place mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. No regrets. And yeah. Yeah, I think I said everything. Anyway, I just wanted to share this with you today. And I thought, New Year's Eve would be an appropriate time to share this. This is the past and letting the past go. And the next one coming up, I'll give you a little teaser. The next thing coming up is in this theme. So keep watch. I'm going to try to do a little video every day or every other day as it strikes me. Amping up to doing a big weekly. I'd like to start doing lives, but at this time I don't know when to do them or, and I don't know. It's kind of discouraging to just sit and nobody come into a live. I tried an Instagram live and didn't have anybody there. So I think I need to get a little more of a following before I try to do lives. It's raining and about 43 degrees Fahrenheit here where I am. I know it's cold where a lot of you are, and even some snow. You can send it here. We don't mind the snow because I don't go anywhere. So, but anyway, have a safe New Year's Eve. If you do go out and you choose to drink adult beverages, have someone drive you home. I'll tell you a story of how one of the many, many, many times I barely missed an accident. And if I'd have been 60 seconds later leaving where I was leaving, I would have been the van that this person hit instead of the person behind me. But there was a wrong way driver. He had gone out and drank on New Year's Eve, and he was coming home and got on the wrong way on the freeway. And I saw the headlights coming, and I got over, and he went around, and there was a blind curve. And if I had been literally 60 seconds later in leaving, I would have been the van that he totaled, and all the people were the kids and the parents were killed in the van that he hit. You don't know. You might think you're okay, but so be real careful, please. Have somebody drive you because you don't want your friends and family to look back and go, wow, what a, I'm sorry, I've wandered off topic again. But I'm very passionate about this. And But enjoy yourself. Do have a good time. But if you drink, make sure somebody else drives. Too many lives are lost because of people's pride. We want to do things ourselves. We want to manage. Oh, I can handle it. No, no, you can't. Uber is great service. I use it quite a bit. Also, if you don't want to leave your house, and these are non-sponsored, these are just my personal choices. I like Instacart. They deliver quickly. They deliver from a multitude of stores, and they'll bring it right to your house. In fact, I might use Instacart today, order some fire logs, because I don't feel like leaving the house because the traffic is just holidays. Everybody's out there being a road warrior. Anyway, I hope you've stayed with this video. If you stayed to the end, thank you. And leave a comment below and let me know you watched till the end. And if you have suggestions of things you'd like me to talk about, or like to see me create, let me know. But please leave a comment. I do respond to all the comments that I get, and I answer questions. I do it in a timely manner because, well, I don't have much else to do. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow and tell you all about my wild New Year's Eve where I went to bed at 8 o'clock. Anyway, thanks for subscribing, those of you who have subscribed. And if you like, go back through my old videos. I've got a lot of music videos. I've got a lot of how-to videos. I've got a whole lot of stuff on my channel. I'm trying to narrow it down because I think that's part of my problem with YouTube so far, is that I've tried to do too much and appeal to too many, and I need to narrow it down to a niche. So that's what I've decided to do, is narrow it down to my crafting and autism. And big news, in the spring, we are going to Disneyland, California, and that will be vlogged and put up after the fact. Like I said, I like to keep a little bit of privacy, so I won't be sharing when we're going or where we're staying or anything like that. But do know that we are going to Disneyland, and it will be my son's first time. It'll be my first time at Disneyland. I've been to Disney World over 35 times between 1977 and 1994, I want to say. I've been about 35 plus times to Disney World. So my knowledge is old school. It's changed so much since then. I've been watching a lot of live streams about it. Anyway, I've talked now for 23 minutes. I think that's long enough. Y'all have a good day and Happy New Year, and I'll see you soon.